I'll share now. Yes, ma'am. I'm 90% done. 10% grace. Whether you got it? Okay. ओम अज्ञातवेदन्तस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी शताय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्णं। Okay. So chapter 13 to 18, this is the review of uh, Jnana section of Bhagavad Gita. Very, very nice section. It is also described, understanding this section brings enunciation. Um, so 13th chapter, name of chapter is Nature, Enjoy and Consciousness. Arjuna asks 6 questions. He asks what is Prakriti, material nature, what is Purusha, what is Jnanam, knowledge, Gyayam, object of knowledge, Kshetra, field, and Kshetragya. Gya means knowledge. So Kshetragya means knowledge of the field. These 6 questions Arjuna asks. Um, and Krishna says, Kshetra is the body. Uh, Kshetragya is a knower of the body. And there are 2 knower of the body. One is the soul and one is the super soul. The difference between them is that the soul is the knower of only one's body, whereas the super soul is knower of all the bodies. Um, um, so Kshetra and Kshetraga. Kshetra is field, and field is body. One example given is what you sow, you get results accordingly. Likewise, how you use the body, you get the results in this world accordingly. Then there are 5 stages of consciousness. Everything is very important. 5 stages of consciousness. There is Annamaya consciousness means they can only perceive the world through Anna, through food. The example is animals, the example is the children. If you see the children, whatever is going on, they just put everything in the mouth. They try to perceive. This is called Annamaya consciousness. Then the next consciousness is Pranamaya. Pran means life. Pranamaya means for them to stay alive is very important. So see, you see, animals are in this consciousness also. They will perceive the word and they will try to protect themselves. Any danger, they will like attack or like run away, hide. So pranamaya means life is most important. Preserve the life. That is pranamaya. Jnanamaya or manomaya. These are 2 words for the same thing. So Jnanamaya, mostly humans, most of the humans, thinking, feeling, and willing. So if you um, say a person, um, you're good for nothing, you're good for nothing, the person will like like he will think, he'll feel bad. But if you tell animal, You kick the animal also, he'll not go in the thinking feeling zone. But you see, human will go. So thinking feeling means, um, um, yeah, clear, right? They will be on a mental platform. What is other thinking? If in a class, like a school teacher scold one child, then he'll be thinking about uh, कि क्लास में मेरी इज्जत की धज्जियां उड़ा दी है. They didn't understand. मतलब they just spoiled my reputation. My whole respect in the class is spoiled. This is like they're like in a mental platform. In a mental platform. So nobody likes to insult part of that. This is like Manomaya platform, thinking, feeling, and willing. Mostly humans. Then there is Vijnanamaya. Jnana and Man, they both are categorized at the same level. It's yeah, there are two words for the same state. Gyanmaya means knowledge about, it's not like real knowledge. It's not about knowledge of the soul. They're just concerned about the knowledge of this world and how people are perceiving me and what I think about this person, what I think about that person. The animals, they just eat and they want to scare death. They want to be safe. And they want to eat. That's it. They don't think what my fellow member is thinking. It's just but Manomaya, but Manomaya is more advanced. Like they have the power to think, and then there is higher than Manomaya is Vijnanamaya. Vijnanamaya means they realize that I am not this body, I am something beyond this. I am part of, there is God in picture, there is somebody superior. So Vigyan Maya is where many of us may lie in. Most of us may lie in Vigyan Maya. We basically, I mean, when we are in Vigyan Maya, the previous state is also there. We perceive things to food also. We are scared of death also. We think, feel, and then we also think, we also understand we are separate from the body and mind. So this is working towards that realization, self-realization. This is Vijnana Maya. Then there is Anandamaya. Anandamaya, Ananda is bliss. So Anandamaya means it's a all blissful platform. Perfection on a spiritual platform. Anandamaya is like they realize who Krishna is. They realize the relationship with Krishna and they are completely absorbed in Krishna. Like perfection of goal of life. That is Anandamaya. Vigyan Maya is on the way. Manomaya is no spiritual life. And Annamaya, Pranamaya. So these are the five stages of consciousness. Then um, um, so we discuss about what is Ch13, we discuss about Ch13, we discuss about five kind of consciousness. Now what is Jnana? Jnanam is knowledge and Gyam is object of knowledge. Object of knowledge is super soul. We'll come to that. Jnanam, there are 20 items of knowledge. What is knowledge? If somebody asks, what is knowledge? So there are 20 items of knowledge. And what are those? There is humility, pridelessness, non-violence, tolerance, simplicity, approaching a bona fide spiritual master, cleanliness, steadiness, self control, renunciation of the objects of sense gratification, absence of false ego, the perception of evil of birth, death, old age, and disease, detachment, freedom from entanglement with children, wife, home, and the rest, even mindedness amidst pleasant and unpleasant events, constant and unalloyed devotion to me, aspiring to live in a solitary place, detachment detachment from the general mass of people, accepting the importance of self-realization, and philosophical search for the absolute truth. So these are the 20 items of knowledge. You may want to remember some of it. Most of them are part of this 26 characteristics. Then there is Gayam. Gayam is super cool. Okay, very good. This is the 20 items of knowledge. Because these are the material. No, this is all the transcendental qualities for spiritualists. Like you see, aspiring to live in a solitary place means only devotee association, detachment from general mass of people, accepting the about self-realization, constant and unalloyed devotion to me, like qualities of devotees, renunciation, So one who is exhibiting these qualities, he is in knowledge. A realized soul will you will see these things, accepting of a spiritual master. See here, approaching up one of his spiritual beings. These are qualities or the one who is in knowledge, you will see them.
So the Gyan Yoga, Karma Yoga, Gyan Yoga, that Gyan and this Gyan is.
Yeah, this is not Gyan Yoga. This is Arjun is asking, what is Jnanam? So Krishna is telling, one who is exhibiting these is actually knowledge. This is real knowledge.
Knowledge about science and all those things is not.
Uh-huh. Right. Okay. Let's ignore. All right.
Very easy way to teaching very whatever. Many times I like how you start going. Now I'm able to.
Thank you.
Whenever you're doing things for the Mataji, Sanani Mataji, a Zoom link if it is there.
No, it's done.
Done?
Now detail.
No, you just prepared it now, how it will be done. This is first time you
No,
are.
I did longer version with them.
Oh.
This is abridged for those who don't have less much time.
Those who are fully engaged in their material life, they don't have time to.
And then Gyayam is the object of knowledge or super soul. And something about the super soul, he is all pervading. His hands, legs, eyes, ears, heads, and faces everywhere. All pervading means he's there in the heart of all living entities. Huh? Everything is controlled by him. So in that way, he has unlimited hands, legs, because he's a knower of all the bodies. No? So in that way, his hands, legs, eyes, everything is unlimited. He is unattached, although he is a maintainer of all living entities. It's nice because whoever we maintain, we become attached to them. Whoever we maintain. So he is unattached, although he is a maintainer of all living entities. He is transcendental to the modes of material nature, although he is the master of all the modes. Means he super soul is always beyond the three modes. He is subtle, beyond the perception of material senses. We cannot perceive him. He is undivided, although appears divided among all beings. Is he in your heart? Is in your heart? Is in your heart? Is in everybody's heart. But is he different? He is one. He is one separated by space. Yeah, he is one. But is the soul separate or is the soul same? All of us. And super soul is one. Yeah. He is undivided. Although he appears divided among all beings, he is the source of all knowledge and enlightenment. He is situated in one's heart. He is the overseer and permitter. Whatever we are doing, he's watching. And then whatever we want, he sanctions it. And then he is the real friend. This is about some verses about the super soul. Clear? Okay. Then the Purusha. Who is a Purusha? There are two Purusha. Purusha is the enjoyer. There is a living entity, is one Purusha, and and the Lord is another Purusha. The living entity, who is conditioned basically, he is trying to enjoy the three modes, but the Lord is a transcendental enjoyer. The living entity try to enjoy the three modes. What does it mean to enjoy the three modes? Uh, so when some senses want to do something and then we are enjoying, then we are actually enjoying the mode of passion there. Or when we like the nature, we are trying to enjoy mode of goodness. And anybody likes to sleep? And we are trying to enjoy mode of it. Okay. So this is like living entity try to enjoy the three mode. Thus he meets with good and evil among various very famous verse. Sad Asad Yoni Janmashu. So he take Janma among Sad and Asad Yoni. Based on what the living entity is, the more the living entity is engaging with, he takes birth in Sad and Asad Yonishu. Sad and Asad is good and bad species, like the higher beings or lower beings. गुना संगस्यात्, जब वो गुण के साथ संग करते हैं, सद असद योनि जन्मशु, भगवान बोले, क्या बोलते हो? Good, clear? We have some question.
Why is it called this way? Makes good activity.
Evil among various species means Barthen, Sad and Asad Yon issue.
Yeah, but are we talking about
The living entity.
the living entity? Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, are we talking about super?
हाँ वो आता है ये पुरुषा है प्रभु जी enjoyer. So one is we are the purusha, but we are the purusha of the three gunas. And when we enjoy the three gunas, we take birth in Sadhana Yoni.
Okay, because we also call Krishna is the enjoyer, not.
So we are material enjoyer. For example, we may enjoy material things, but Krishna is transcendental enjoyer. But when we enjoy material things, then we are bound in the species. But he doesn't enjoy anything here. He enjoys like pure love and.
Okay.
Alright. Any other question? Okay.
What is pure love?
बाद में बात करेंगे जब रियलाइज कर लेंगे तब बताएंगे आप. Okay. Then about the then the Lord of Super Soul is a transcendental enjoyer. He's a supreme proprietor because he is the one who owns everything. Isavasya principle, Ishopanishad, same thing. One who sees the super soul in every living being does not degrade himself by his mind. We discussed that some point of time. I think Ishopanishad comes. This comes. The soul, despite contact with material body, never gets entangled. Just like the sky, though all-pervading, never mixes with anything. This is about the soul. The soul, is it in contact with material body? Always. But it never gets entangled. It always remains.
It gets covered, right?
The subtle body gets entangled. The soul always remains pure. So soul never gets contaminated. So Krishna says, just like the sky and air, everything lies within the sky. Everything. But they never mixes. Likewise, the soul may be completely in the material end, but the soul never mixes with matter. It's a subtle body who gets contaminated. Good. As the sun illuminates the entire universe, soul illuminates the entire body with consciousness. Completely absorbed in something she wants to do. She wants to play with Anika. Okay, good. Any questions so far? Okay. Then chapter 14, the three modes of material nature. Krishna is the seed-giving father. Material nature is the mother who supplies the body. And the Lord impregnates the material nature, and the material nature gives bodies. Clear? And that impregnation is actually Lord Shiva. Okay. Now, how does the three modes work? There is Sattvagun, there is Rajagun, there is Tamas. Mode of goodness is bound by us. People in mode of goodness are bound by a sense of happiness, satisfaction, knowledge, and superiority. People in mode of goodness think that we are superior. They think we are happy, they think we are satisfied, and they are in knowledge. They know knowledge means they know what others are doing, what they will get out of it, what reaction they will get. So they don't engage in sinful activities. Like for example, we may not do certain things. Why? Because we know what the reaction will be. So they have some knowledge is there. Here they are bound by the sense of these things. Good. Okay. Then the mode of passion is bound by attachment to fruitive activities. Really attached to certain things and which gives them some fruits in their life. They just can't give up working towards those fruits. And they are bind by the rope of desire and attachment. Mode of ignorance are bound by sleep, laziness, and madness. Huh? When everyone is tired, we should discuss about three modes of material.
Goodness, superiority, is that good in the Muslims or
No, they're bound by this. That's why all the three modes are material. They're bound by the sense of superiority. Means they think others are engaging in lower things, but I am above them.
That's in fourth one is in bad sense, right? First three are in a good.
No, all four are bad.
Then it is beautifulness.
All four are bad because mode of goodness doesn't want to go forward because you ask mode of goodness, come to Krishna consciousness. Then he says, I don't need, I am good. I'm happy, I'm satisfied, I know right and wrong, I don't do bad to others.
Not like house feel like this. We don't hate me, we don't hate so those who are killing.
I'm not miserable.
They are going to get those karma, but I'm not going to get that.
So they feel they're well situated, so why they need Krishna for? People who are in misery, they are like, yeah, I really need to come out of it. Right.
Left nodding. No.
They like left won't work. My husband is on the left.
It's better you.
Okay, then we'll continue. Is it clear? Mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. All these are like 15 verses in this chart. These are 15 verses in the chart right now. 13 maybe. Yeah, maybe 15, 13, 14. Yeah, total 6 and then 23 is also there. Yeah, maybe
15.
Whatever, but there are a lot of verses there. Okay, then what is the characteristic and manifestation of mode of goodness? People in mode of goodness illuminates the gates of the body with knowledge. Means the eyes, the nose, all the senses, they don't want to do anything wrong. So illuminate by knowledge. यहाँ पे free is one from sinful reaction. Somebody comes to mode of goodness, मुक्त हो जाते हैं actually. कोई गलत काम नहीं करते वो. Okay. Then mode of passion, intense longing, intense desire. Mode of passion. Really want to get this success in my career. Really want it.
We want, desire, and then
We have a strong desire for something. Huh? Yeah, abhi. It's like I want what I want it now. I still remember like some memories from the childhood are like very deeply ingrained. So it was like a night time and we were sleeping on the floor. So I'm like, I don't like sleeping on the floor. I need a bed. So then we're like, I want a bed today. So we all went and we were like 4 students. We are like college students. So we got 4 beds on the same day. Then later on when I read Bhagavad Gita, I thought that was passion. I want what I want it now. एक होता है ना अभी सही है. Intense longing मतलब मुझे I cannot be happy without it. Basically. I need it to be happy.
and who adjust in any environment. Okay, है तो ठीक है, नहीं है तो भी.
That is goodness.
आप goodness में माता जी.
Yeah, that's that is
Mati is asking about herself, obviously.
Yeah.
Then great attachment and fruitive activities. They are really attached to fruitive activities. Fruitive activities are really attached to activities and the fruit that comes from it, and they are very attached. So this is characteristic of mode of passion. Then characteristics of mode of ignorance. Darkness, madness, inertia, delusion, illusion. This is more like madness, darkness like anger. Inertia is like, oh, can you move this TV outside? पहले मन में गुस्सा आता है, गुस्से बोला, तोड़ नहीं move the TV. Then somebody really had like an elephant. You have to push an elephant. That much inertia to move the TV outside. Like you have to push it. I have to fight TV out. You have to move the TV out. There's like inertia. Inertia means a state where one doesn't want to change. So that's like inertia, madness, darkness, and delusion. Illusion means can't think right. Just like everything is confused. Delusion. It's like क्या कर रहे हो? जैसे I got up in the morning and just when you come out, na, this is a stage of delusion actually. And then some message came and I was checking the message and I don't know when I clicked the call button to pass Aati bro. I mean obviously he must have seen the missed call and he must have realized मुझे delusion में हो गया इसलिए call किया ना सुबह सुबह. It's like cannot think. Sometimes it happens. Na? You don't know what you are pressing in the what button you are pressing. Cannot think. That's like a delusion. So some people live in that mode, like especially when we are drunk. It's like cannot think straight. So, without drinking only we are here. You don't need to drink again. These different modes they kick over at different point of time based on our state we are. Very sad, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, clear the characteristics of the mode of goodness, passion, ignorance.
And probably if anyone, I guess you can say that the food it also decided what mood will be like. It will have the impact what kind of food we are taking.
Ah,
So if anyone, mostly in the person are ignorant, if they are taking the food which are in the mood of goodness, so then their concepts will be improved or they will
yeah, it will change. But their natural longing will be towards the food according to the mood they're controlled by. Mode of passion, you don't give them something very hot, spicy, then they won't be satisfied. But when tears come from the eyes, maza aa gaya मेरे को. This is like just they have a longing toward that kind of. Otherwise, yeah, it's like everyone is trying to enjoy the moods through everything. All right. Then destination at death. Mode of goodness attain the pure higher planet of great sages. Mode of passion attain earthly planet. Mode of ignorance birth in lower species. Then results of action. Mode of goodness, those who live, they remain a pure life. Knowledge sees things as they are. Elevation to higher planet like Brahma Loka and Jana Loka. Mode of passion leads in misery. Mode of passion leads to greed. And mode of passion, earthly planet. This is already discussed. Mode of ignorance, we become foolish. Early morning, you call somebody, then foolish. And many things can be done. Or you become angry, become foolish actually. Um, or confused, don't know what to do. Naturally, if somebody is very confused and cannot think clearly, then बोलते हैं कि समझ नहीं आ रहा क्या आप क्या कर रहे हो. So this is like become foolish, madness, illusion, life in hellish works. Mode of goodness is liberating. This is bind. Both are binding. And why misery? Because when there is so much intense longing, we cannot be happy when we are longing towards something, chasing, chasing, chasing. And in the morning, in the afternoon, we are just longing, longing. So we cannot be happy with that. We'll be miserable. And when we don't get what we are really longing, then very miserable situation. One is suffering for no reason actually.
What it does for me. There is no longing, still there is misery why I want it.
But there is no longing, still there is misery. That
Right.
why
You said if you are longing for something, then there will be misery yourself.
Ah.
So if they are not looking for anything also, there will be misery. Why it is?
Oh. But what is the misery from?
Anxiety.
Anxiety that we don't have any longings now, so that's why that misery is sleeping.
सबको कुछ कुछ चाहिए, मुझे क्यों कुछ नहीं चाहिए, मुझे कुछ चाहिए।
ये लेकिन पता नहीं कैसे लोगों को नॉर्मल चीज।
Okay, clear? We have expert professor behind now. Okay. Then the modes fight to dominate each other. Different point of time, we say different modes will dominate. Mode of passion, we know, sometimes triggers, no? Especially afternoon time is mode of passion. Okay, then when the embodied soul is, and sometimes mode of ignorance will dominate, sometimes mode of goodness will dominate. That is in which mode?
Ignorance.
Ignorance.
Saturday, Sunday,
You want to sleep.
Laziness, tired.
Sleep more.
Some people work Saturday, Sunday also 2 shifts. Mode of passion always dominate. Some people are like satisfied, like Sant log, mode of goodness dominate. So then, when the embodied soul is able to transcend the 3 modes, he can become free from birth and death, and also enjoys nectar in this life. Krishna says, when the living entity is able to transcend the 3 modes, then he becomes free from birth and death. Why? Because based on the mode you have next life, either higher, middle, or lower. So one who go beyond the 3 modes, he transcend the birth and death, and he enjoys nectar in this life.
In this way.
Transcend कर लिया तो nectar मिलेगा. One who transcend. Good. So Arjuna says, hey sir, wait for a minute. What are the symptoms of behavior of one who has transcended, and how can one come? Um, how can one? So Arjuna says, oh, one who can transcend will become free from birth and death, enjoy nectar. How can one transcend, and what are the symptoms of one who has transcended? Then Krishna says, for symptoms of one who has transcended, Krishna says he is free from envy and hankering. Which mode is envy in?
Envy. Ignorance.
Ignorance. And hankering is? Passion. Hankering is passion. Neither hate nor illusion. He neither hates when illusion, attachment, or delusion are present, nor long for them when they are absent. We are easy to understand attachment. Neither hate when attachment is present, nor long when they are absent. This is very easy to understand. Some attachment we may long for. Some attachment when they are there, we will be like affected by it. They become very happy, or we become like there is this example of one saint, na, Vishwamitra Muni, and then the first time who came, Menaka came and Shakuntala was born, right? Then the second time Rambha came, and then he became angry. You know? So it's like one case he was like he hated the attachment because he know this is the cause of my fall down. And one time he loved the attachment. So one who does not like when present, or long, or hate or like present and long when absent. This is one who is beyond the 3 modes, who is unaffected actually. No matter what situation the person is put in. Correct, right?
Most of the work we do because we have attachment. It didn't buy attachment. Family, job, money.
Yes.
So take out all the attachments.
He won't long for it. One who is beyond.
Why would you even work for setting the standard? That's what.
Set a good example for others to follow. But he has no duty because he has no varna. So he has no duty. Then he doesn't hate illumination when present or long for it when absent. Or same with delusion. He's like completely. Illumination represents goodness, attachment represents passion, delusion represents ignorance. So he's not affected by the three modes, whether they are there or not there. He's like beyond them. Clear? All of you can see yourself in this situation. Then he's steady in all circumstances. You praise him, fine. You blame him, fine. Honor and dishonor, he is steady. Happiness and distress, he is steady. Desirable and undesirable, steady. Give them what is desirable, give them undesirable, steady. You tell me temple won't open, unsteadiness will come. Tell me temple will open, so much happiness will come. But steady in all circumstances, the one who is beyond the three modes. He deals equally with everyone and everything. Earth, stone, gold, same. Treats both friend and enemy alike because he's transcendental.
Success and failure are we work for a specific goal, right, in our life. So
Yeah.
we're saying only action is in our control.
Yeah. And he is doing it to set an example. He's not doing it because he's attached to results, to get success or to avoid failure. When done with that perspective, it is part of the mode. You cannot understand from there, right? No, the problem is the topic itself is too complex.
This chapter is very interesting.
Remain neutral. No, she's telling you can come here, but पूरा पूरा खाली कर दिया आर्या के लिए, पूरा एकदम सेंट्रल पीस इज एम्प्टी नाउ.
अब कैसे पास हो?
Did this full one row, daughter, mother and father. Yashoda is missing, bro, in the front. Take a picture. Remain neutral and transcendental, knowing material world as full of temporary upheavals and disturbances. So he remains neutral and transcendental in all circumstances. So clear symptoms and behavior of one who has transcended. Then how to transcend? By unfailing devotional service in all circumstances. Continuous engagement in devotional service help one transcend all those. How it helps one transcend? Because whether you honor or dishonor, success or failure, you're always absorbed in Krishna.
It will pure our thought and consciousness. That's why then we.
Yeah. And these people, those who are affected, they are affected by modes. No? So then they want to enjoy this and that. But one who is completely absorbed, they find their happiness in Krishna. So then whatever is going on is unaffected by it because they are happy from something higher. That's right. So by unfailing devotional service in all circumstances. So anybody here who is controlled by modes? Now, what do we do based on Lord Krishna? How do we go beyond the modes? Do more and more devotion. As much as keep engaged, and then slowly we'll come out. That's the only way. Okay, thus one comes to level of Brahman, whose basis I am. So clear? Chapter 14, we came to the end of chapter 14. we start chapter 15. Chapter 15 is actually my favorite chapter. I don't know why, but I like this chapter. And because of the the last part of chapter 15 is great.
हम मोड से बाहर आ गए ना उसको
मोड्स में हो पर प्रचार के लिए चैप्टर बहुत अच्छा है इसलिए चैप्टर मुझे अच्छा लगता है ठीक है what is material word? Material word is compared to inverted banyan tree. Inverted banyan tree has its roots upward and branches downwards. The real tree is not found in this word, but it is in the spiritual word. The reflection surface, which is like water, if you see a tree inverted in water, so up is the real, down is the illusory. So down illusory tree is actually the material word, and up real tree is actually the spiritual word. And the surface of water is compared to desire. Somebody want to desire to enjoy the modes, you will find them here. Somebody want to desire to serve Krishna, will find them up. The leaves are compared to the Vedas of this tree. The branches are spread up and down and are compared to planets. So this is going down here, and it has many branches. So lower more branches are lower planetary system, upper branches are higher planetary systems, middle planetary systems. So branches are spread everywhere, up and down, and compared to planets. It is nourished. Watering process is by three modes. So where does the water go?
to the little
To all of them. So based on three modes, we go to different planetary system. We are nourished by mode of goodness, so we go to higher. Nourished by mode of ignorance, go to lower. Based on that, the whole tree is nourished by the three modes. Its twigs are the sense object, and tips of those branches are senses. So senses and sense objects. So twig cut tip. Tip is senses. Senses are trying to enjoy the sense object. Everywhere of the tree, you will see every branch end with sense object. Everybody here is kind of attached to the sense object. And the fruits of this tree are dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. They're very much attached to the fruits. And the living entity hops from branch to branch trying to taste the fruit. Sometimes they go to higher planet, lower planet system, Niagara Falls planetary system, and huh? Mechanic Island. What is called Mackinac Island, Mackinac planet. So living entity hop from branch to branch trying to taste the fruits. Code is 1965. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, good. Are you all good with the inverted banyan tree? Are you understood inverted banyan tree? You have heard about this before? Everybody is good? Okay. Then to liberate, anybody wants to leave this inverted banyan tree? Illusory inverted banyan tree. Those who want to become liberate from this entanglement, detachment is the axe to cut it. And this one must do with determination. So what do you do? Take a axe, chop it off. Then so and you cut it, this material word, with detachment. This one must do with determination. With determination, detach. But the moment we start detaching ourselves, our determination will be, hey, no, I cannot live without it. Then you have to cut it first. No. So with determination, you have to use an axe, a weapon of detachment. And simultaneously, as you're detaching from this inverted tree, one must seek that place from where having gone one never returns and take shelter and surrender to the Supreme Person in that place from whom everything began and has extended since time immemorial, from whom everything is coming out since time immemorial, who is not existing within this inverted banyan tree. He is there, having gone there never returns. To that Supreme Person, who is the source of everything, you go to him and you surrender to him. You seek that and you cut this inverted tree with detachment. That's how you can come out of this inverted banyan tree, this material world. Clear? And what is the process of surrender? The process of surrender is Giving credit to the Lord, that means free from false prestige. Giving credit to the Lord, anything good happens, my Lord, it is your mercy. Identifying oneself as eternal spirit soul, I'm your eternal part and parcel. Whatever I'm able to do is your mercy. Don't give in to material lust. Many attachments will attract us. Don't surrender to them. My Lord, I only want you. Become free from dualities of happiness and distress. Happiness comes here as Lord's mercy, distress comes Lord's arrangement. So become free from dualities, giving up unwanted association. Anything not helping you to increase your Krishna bhakti, don't engage there. Such a person can attain kingdom of God, and that kingdom of God is not illuminated by sun or moon, like material sun or moon. Okay, good. Chapter 15. सर 7 में तो आता theoretically. So at least we know what are in those chapters. बाकी पढ़ना में याद कर लीजिएगा. Can I proceed? Okay. Then the Lord is a okay, first reincarnation, then maintainer, and then supreme person. These are all the topics. Then reincarnation, then Krishna says, living entities are my eternal part and parcel. But they're struggling very hard with their six senses that include the mind. They are my part and parcel, but they're struggling very hard right now. Just as the air carries aromas as it passes, living entities carries different conceptions as it passes from one body to another. So air passes through rose and carries the aroma of rose, and carries the aroma of lily. Likewise, we go through human experience, animal experience, bear experience, and we carry different conceptions of like what I want. And whatever is our cumulative conception at the time of death, that defines our next birth. Based on such conception in mind, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, you are available for 2 minutes. And it is related to where are you? And I think Santosh Prabhu and who are here, so I think they want to know like where to put this all thing, like mattress and stuff. Where are you? We can put it. You are where? I'm in the back side of the DT, washing area. Laundry area. Okay, bro, I'm coming. Okay, bro, Hare Krishna. I think you want to start revising. You have the document, so we'll give you less time to revise later. I'll come back in few minutes because they are here, na? So sometimes the question comes. Otherwise, I don't want to stop them.
You have sent the document.
It's with all of the document.
Now the photo. 32.
आप ही किए तो कोई नहीं लगा. We did few chapters, I think. Shall we continue in the meantime? Then we discuss how the air carries the aroma. Likewise, we carry different conception. Based on such conception in the mind, one gets a suitable body with certain eyes, certain ears, eyes, nose, tongue, etc. What is in the mind? That kind of senses we get in the next birth.
So this is under the reincarnation, or this is
I think that
process.
how the living entity changes bodies, Krishna.
It's not under the process of surrender, right?
No.
Okay, that is the reincarnation.
Then a transcendentalist can see all this clearly, but others can. This is only transcendentalists can see it. Then the next topic is Krishna as a maintainer. How Krishna maintains? The splendor of sun and moon comes from me. I become the moon and thereby supply juice to all vegetables. Whatever juice is there in fruits and vegetable, everything comes because of the moon. And that comes from Krishna. I enter into each planet and by my energy they stay in orbit. I am the fire of digestion. I join with the air of life, both outgoing and ingoing, to digest the four kind of food. Basically, Krishna is the one who digests the food. Krishna gives us a place to live. Krishna gives us the sun and moon. Krishna gives us the vegetables. Everything Krishna is providing. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me comes knowledge, remembrance, and forgetfulness. And I help them fulfill their desires also. For example, if you have a child and then the child says not capable of doing anything, then the child is in a different location. So what all will you provide them? You'll provide them a home to stay. You'll provide them some food. Then you only digest for them also. You give them some light, heat, and everything. So that's everything Krishna is providing. And that's how we are able to live in this world. Taking care of everything from inside. Clear? That's how Krishna is a maintainer. And also he gives knowledge, remembrance, and forgetfulness. And this he does for all living entities, not only for devotees. Then what is the essence? This I like this essence part of this chapter. Krishna says there are two classes of beings. There are fallible beings and there are infallible beings. In the material world, everyone is fallible. In spiritual world, everyone is infallible. Besides these, there is a greatest living entity who is beyond both fallible and infallible, who has entered within the three words and is maintaining them. But there is somebody who is beyond fallible. Who are there in material world? Spiritual world? And there is somebody who is beyond, who comes here and who maintains everything. That one person. And then Krishna says, I love this. I am celebrated in this world and in the Vedas as that supreme person. Ah, this is my favorite, one of my favorite verses. I am celebrated in this world and in the Vedas. Somebody says, शास्त्रों में कौन है जो सब कुछ कर रहा है? Krishna said, that's huh? This is 15th chapter, verse number 16 to 20. It's a very short chapter, bro. This chapter is sung every day during the Purushottam Mass. Name of chapter is Purushottam Yoga. Amazing. In such a short 20 verses only, Krishna spoke so much. He spoke about reincarnation. He spoke about the inverted banyan tree. He spoke about how he maintains. He spoke about how he's God. Like, like, like great topics in concise in one chapter. Prabhupada said, just read this chapter. Wonderful, actually. He says, I am celebrated in this word and in the Vedas as a supreme person. Then he says, whoever knows this is knower of everything. He that engages in devotional service to me. Who knows this, that I am that person who maintains everything. He engages in my devotional service. This is the most confidential part of the Vedic scriptures, which is disclosed today by me. Whoever knows this will become wise and his endeavors will know perfection. जो ये जानता है कि मैं भगवान हूं, मैं सब मेंटेन कर रहा हूँ, वो जो करेगा ही विल अटेन परफेक्शन. बाकी किसी को परफेक्शन नहीं मिलेगा. केवल उस व्यक्ति को जो जानता है कि मैं कौन हूं, और जो जानता है कि मैं कौन हूं, वो मेरी अनन्य भक्ति करेगा. Yes. तो सुन के okay, good. This is very good for preaching actually, this chapter. Amazing. Okay, should we go to next? Then Krishna says there is a divine and there are demoniac natures. So some of you can very much relate to this chapter. So what are there? 26 divine qualities. What are those? Fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from the passion for honor. These are 26 qualities which are divine by nature. Okay. You don't have to practice, but you have to remember them. Practice will come by Krishna's mercy, certainly. For today, try to remember some of them at least. Okay, go forward. And Krishna says, then I have spoken enough about these qualities. Now speak about the demoniac ones. So Krishna says, what are demoniac qualities? Krishna says the first one is pride. Pride is making a show of religion and advancement in spiritual science, but do not follow the principles. दिखाते ज्यादा है, करते कम है. Then arrogance, proud of one's education, wealth, conceit, desire to be worshipped by others, anger over trifles, harshness, speak harshly, ignorance, not accepting authority of Bhagavad Gita or scripture, acting whimsically. So these are the 6 demoniac qualities. Demoniac qualities केवल divine qualities 26.
What is conceit, Prabhuji? What is conceit?
Desire to worship the other.
I am the Lord. Worship.
Like desire to be worshipped by others. आप कृष्णा की क्यों आरती कर रहे हो? थोड़ा पीछे मुड़िए, मेरा भी आरती करिए. नहीं, subtle form में means we want to be respected. Okay. So these are the 6 demoniac qualities. So what is the life of demoniac people, and what do they feel? What do they believe? What are the conception of demoniac people? They are self-centered, untruthful, harsh and angry, unclean, don't accept Shastra, say no God in control. They say then how does material world came? It came from lust only. And what is a prime necessity for them? They just want to enjoy their senses, secure money by illegal means, they break for regulatory principle. They think I am perfect, powerful, enjoyer, controller, happy, my enemies are defeated. The result is they're all perplexed by various anxieties, like Ravana. You think about Ravana. No God, self-centered, untruthful, harsh, angry, unclean. I don't know how many times he'll take bath though. Don't accept Shastra. Personification of lust anyways. Sense gratification is the goal. Secure money by illegal means. How did he secure money by illegal means? मेरा को बोले अपना ही बोले नहीं मेरा है मार डालूंगा मेरा है ठीक है ले लो ब्रेक फॉर रेगुलेटरी प्रिंसिपल्स क्या फॉर भगवान के कंसर्ट को ही चुरा दिया होता okay good and then after doing all these things what did he get so many anxieties always miserable glide down to hell they can never approach Krishna three gateways to hell lust anger and greed those who don't act on these qualities live life conducive to self-realization and attain supreme destination. Okay, that was chapter 16. The divine qualities, the demoniac qualities, and life and conceptions, and they go to hell. Good? Clear? Divine and demoniac. Chapter 17, faith. Krishna says, tell me about faith and how different people have different faith. Krishna says, the faith is according to the mode one, is it? Krishna says, those who are in mode of goodness, they worship demigods, or like Brahman. Those who are in mode of passion, they worship demons or humans. Those in mode of ignorance, they worship ghosts, spirit, and others. Those who are in pure goodness, Shuddha Sattva, they worship Vasudev.
We are in mode of goodness.
No, Prabhupada says we don't need to be in mode of goodness. But if we accept authority like Bhagavad Gita and then we start worshipping, then we can come to the mode of Shuddha Sattva. Which mode we are in, that is
According to
according to faith.
yeah, according to faith and we worship.
Yeah, like some people they really like वो बोलते हैं कि मक्खन लगाना किसी को like you really praise especially if somebody is superior at maybe college or job that is like worship in mode of passion क्योंकि आप किसी इंसान को worship कर रहे हो basically worship mode of ignorance kala kala jadoo I and my brothers would do some take some coins and put some candles and we'll try to call spirit we don't know what we are doing like भूत आएगा चलो करते हैं सिर्फ fun में करते थे हम this is like it there are so many people who worship ghost actually they are worshipping ghosts actually. They worship in mode of ignorance. Then food, austerity, sacrifice, and charity in three modes. Food. The food in goodness is juicy, fatty, wholesome, and pleasing. Can you give us some example of mode of goodness food? Milk, fruits, vegetables, grains. All mode of goodness.
Nuts.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Sugar is goodness. Milk is goodness. You can take ice cream.
Natural being goodness. If you like add a bunch of things and like you mix them all together.
Can you say it again?
Huh?
Can you say that again?
Whatever is natural. That's very good.
Ah.
That's
Good.
I mean,
I also
no.
heard
Not natural. See, even the weeds they grow naturally. Even onion, garlic. So it's not based on. It's just based on quality of the food. So some which are juicy, wholesome, they are more of good.
anti-mangoes.
Chili comes, है ना? But chili is grown naturally. है ना? Even coffee. Everything is coming from nature only. We cannot, like Prabhupada says, we cannot eat nuts and bolts. Everything has provided by nature, but then based on the seed. Any questions? Nothing Prabhu seem to have some question. Okay. Is your thought clear? What you are asking? Okay. So then what is the goodness increases the duration of life. purify one's existence, give strength, health, satisfaction, happiness. Passion is too bitter, too sour. Example of too bitter is too bitter. Ah, ah. Well, is medium. Ah, lime, like if you just take and you like, moderate is fine. You put lime and lemonade, no problem. Satwa only. You can take sour, bitter, everything in moderate. But it's like some people just drink, they get concentrated lime from Meyer and drink. And that's like mode of passion. अच्छा लगा ये तो. Then too sour. Too sour is like I think tamarind. Tamarind. Then hot is chili. Pungent.
Mustard.
Mustard is pungent. I think it's not too pungent, but I don't know. Um, soy is pungent. Soy sauce is. Then dry, like thick roti and thick dal, and there's no liquid. Juicy is actually mode of goodness. Very thick is mode of passion. Then burning is very hot. Result in distress, misery and disease. डिसीज आता है, मिजरी आता है, डिस्ट्रेस आता है. आप खा रहे हो और आपको ये मिलता है. और गुडनेस में खाओगे तो हेल्थ, सेटिस्फैक्शन, इंक्रीज ड्यूरेशन ऑफ लाइफ, ये बीमारी देगा एक्चुअली. ओके. देन फूड इन इग्नोरेंस प्रिपेयर 3 hours ago. tasteless, decomposed. Decomposed का example rotten. Yeah. Then putrid. Then remnants, leftovers. Um, and then untouchables. Uh, untouchable is um, mushroom, even meat and all those things are like the moment you touch the flesh, it's untouchable. You go for some crematorium ceremony or something, you have to take shower. It's untouchable, actually, dead bodies. Okay, good. Guide mode of ignorance. What is the result of that? Mitai gaur hari bol. That is the result of eating the food in mode of ignorance. Austerity. So clear? Food in mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. What is the result? Then austerity of body. Austerity of body is worship. Worship the Supreme Lord, Brahmanas, elders like father and mother, spiritual master. This is one worship. Then that includes bowing down is like austerity of body. Then cleanliness of the body. Simplicity means not dressing luxuriantly. Celibacy and non-violence. Not like using the body to harm somebody. So these are the austerity of body. Then austerity of speech is which is truthful, which is pleasing, which is beneficial, not agitating to others. Prabhupada says teacher can correct student, but not others who are not his student. In English we call it free advice. किसी ने पूछा उसे मुझे क्या करना चाहिए, नहीं मैं बता रहा हूँ आपको ये आपको करना चाहिए. सर क्यों आप बोलो जब मैंने पूछा ही नहीं आपसे. So Prabhupada says not others who are not his student, उनको करेक्ट नहीं करना चाहिए. पर अगर आपके बच्चे हैं, आपके सगी संबंधी हैं, नो प्रॉब्लम, यू कैन करेक्ट. That won't be, that will be austerity of speech because the teacher does that for the benefit of them. आप बच्चे को डांट रहे हो तो उसके हित के लिए कर रहे हो. So that agitation is fine, but not in general. It has to be beneficial. What is unbeneficial speech? तुम लायक हो, गधे हो, ये हो, वो उसका फायदा क्या हुआ सब बोलने का उस बेचारे को? वो थोड़ी ना, उनका कुछ फायदा थोड़ी ना होगा. प्लीजिंग, उनको अच्छा लगना चाहिए. आप शब्द बोलें तो दूसरे को ऐसा नहीं कि आपके शब्दों दूसरों को गुस्सा आ रहा है. प्लीजिंग होना चाहिए आपके शब्द. और सत्य होना, झूठ मतलब एक होता है फ्लैटरी, वो भी ऑस्टेरिटी नहीं है स्पीच. ये आप तो कृष्णा ही है मेरे लिए. अरे प्रभु बहुत ज्यादा हो गया एक्चुअली. आप बोलो रेस्पेक्ट, रेस्पेक्ट करते हो, ओके. तो ये बहुत ज्यादा हो गया. तो वो फ्लैटरी अच्छा नहीं, ट्रुथफुल होना चाहिए. and reciting in Vedic scripture. So these are the austerity of speech. Austerity of mind is gravity in thought. Gravity in thought means किसी को पता नहीं लगना चाहिए आप क्या सोच रहे हैं भगवान के बारे में. गलत सोच रहे हैं तो बता दो ताकि पता लगे कि कैसे इंसान. But gravity of thought means grave satisfaction. Mind has to be satisfied. Prabhupada also says the desire for sense gratification immediately dissatisfies us. क्यों? क्योंकि जब आप डिजायर द सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन करना क्या होता है, चेवड़ा खाना है, उसके बाद क्या होगा, चेवड़ा खाना है, चेवड़ा, माइंड डिससेटिस्फाई हो जाएगा. अभी तो चेवड़ा चाहिए तभी सेटिस्फाई होगा. नहीं तो एक होता है ना कि you long for something, immediately misery and dissatisfaction. Satisfaction of mind means I'm fine without it. Then mind is satisfied. Then simplicity. Simplicity of mind means no duplicity and always think about this welfare. वो simplicity of mind है. दूसरे के हित के बारे में सोच रहा. Duplicity मतलब duplicity.
आप बहुत अच्छी हो.
हैं?
आप बहुत अच्छे हो.
हाँ.
अंदर उल्टा.
हाँ. डुप्लिसिटी मतलब एक तरीके से डुप्लिसिटस हो गया. दुर्योधन का मुझे एग्जांपल अच्छा लगता है. दुर्योधन ने क्या बोला दुर्वासा मुनि को,
Thank you for blessing us.
मुझे
Yeah.
आपने सेवा का मौका दिया है, मेरे भाइयों को भी सेवा का मौका दो. पांडवों के पास जाके आप उनको मौका दीजिए ताकि आप सेवा करें. और हाँ, रॉन्ग टाइम जब वो खाना खा चुके, क्योंकि पता है गुस्सा होंगे तो कर्ज कर देंगे. तो ये कहना डुप्लिसिटस हो गया एक्चुअली अंदर से. तो इट्स ऑपोजिट टू थिंकिंग ऑफ अदर्स वेलफेयर. इट्स लाइक हम उनसे प्रेम से बात तो कर रहे हैं उनका नुकसान करने के लिए. ये फिर सेल्फ कंट्रोल तो क्लियर है, माइंड इज सेल्फ कंट्रोल्ड. प्योरिफिकेशन बाय स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड डीलिंग. बोले अपना डीलिंग स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड होगा, प्योरिफिकेशन आएगा.
ग्रेविटी इन थॉट.
बाबा जी बोले ग्रेविटी मींस अंदर क्या चल रहा है किसी को नोबडी नोस. मींस बाबा जी व्हाट इज योर रिलेशनशिप विद कृष्णा, हाउ डू यू लाइक कृष्णा कॉन्शियस, what are you thinking? Like one example of grave thought is there is one devotee. He was um, I think he was Mukunda or I don't remember the name. And there was a king. He was with the king. The king was sick. Huh? Mukunda only. So he was selling him the medicine. Then somebody came and started doing chamara to the king, and he fainted because chamara he remembered Krishna. So he started ecstasy. Then the king he fell from the dais and became unconscious. King said, "What happened?" King went and he told him, "Sir, what happened to you?" What did he say? He said, "Epilepsy." मुझे कभी कभी फिट्स आते हैं. He didn't say because of Krishna remembrance. But king was also advanced. तो king समझ गए ये कृष्णा के भक्त हैं इसलिए इनके साथ ऐसे हुआ. Gravity of thought. Okay. Then this is austerity of body, mind, and speech. What is austerity in goodness? Austerity in goodness means you do these things for the sake of pleasing the Lord, not for material benefit. Means you remain clean, simple, celibacy, non-violence. You are doing this for the sake of pleasing the Lord. But when you do these things for fame, worship, respect, out of pride, non out of pride, then it is you are doing austerity of body, mind, and speech, but it is austerity is austerity of passion. Austerity in passion. Like you are reciting Vedic scriptures, maybe glorification milega, or you are trying to be pleasing. There are many people who are pleasing, but it is not for the sake of worshipping the Lord, pleasing the Lord. Then you are doing austerity of speech, but the austerity of speech is in passion. You are telling things which are beneficial, but it is not for the sake of pleasing the Lord. So when we do such austerity of mind, body, and speech, like there are many people who do a lot of self-control, but if it is not for the pleasure of the Lord, then it becomes mere pleasure. If it is for the pleasure of the Lord, it becomes goodness or transcendence. So austerity in passion is for fame, worship, and it is said that austerity is non-permanent. Jैसे example of um, some people do fasting, right? Like politicians.
Hmm.
Then, है ना? But it is not for the sake of pleasing the Lord, but it is for some material benefit.
It is for the people, but reality is for their own.
Then Krishna says it is not permanent. अब वो तब करोगे भी तो फिर छोड़ दो, permanent नहीं. Then austerity in ignorance is with self-torture to injure others. मैं fasting कर रहा हूँ. क्यों? I want to kill myself. So it's like आप तब कर रहे हो, पर तब का motive क्या है? You want to injure yourself, self-torture, or you want to injure others? मुझे पता है कि इससे आपको दुखी होगे, इसलिए मैं आज फास्टिंग करूंगा. नहीं खाना खाओ, भूखे रहोगे, मरो तुम. ये सोच सोच के मरो, मैं फास्टिंग करूँ. क्या है ना, इट्स मोटिवेटेड बाय एंगर. वो तप नहीं है, वो तप तमोगुण का तप है एक्चुअली. क्लियर? Study your body, mind, and speech, and those austerity in 3 modes. Then sacrifice. Sacrifice in goodness is according to scripture as matter of duty, and they don't want any result, desire no reward. Sacrifice in passion is for material benefit for the sake of pride. हम लोग ऐसे देख रहे हैं जैसे क्या चल रहा है, क्या सबको समझ आ रहा है, राइट? इस ज्ञान योग, देखो ये भक्ति योगी. भक्ति इज इजी. पर इसमें ना 15वां चैप्टर ग्रेट है क्योंकि भगवान अपने बारे में बताता है. लव दैट चैप्टर. So passion, yajna for passion. Example दो. That you are doing some yajna for material benefit, for the sake of pride. यज्ञ कर रहे हैं क्यों? अरे हम भी मंदिर जाते हैं, हम भी धार्मिक हैं, तो वो पैशन में हो गया. या आप प्रभु जी शॉप ओपन कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा के यज्ञ करेंगे, तो क्यों? मटेरियल बेनिफिट. हम लोग नाम भगवान का लेते हैं तो किसी कारण के लिए नहीं लेते. भगवान शुद्ध होने के लिए लेते हैं ना, भगवान के करीब जाने के लिए लेते हैं. तो वो यज्ञ ट्रांसेंडेंटल, दैट इज फॉर अकॉर्डिंग टू स्क्रिप्चर्स, इट इज एज अ मैटर ऑफ ड्यूटी and desire no reward other than no material reward. Then ignorance is without scriptural injunction. और नींद आ रहा है माता जी आपको. राहु ब्रो भी इफेक्ट हो रहा है. Without scriptural injunction, without prasad distribution. No program should end without prasad distribution. Other than Bhakti Shastri. Without prasad distribution, without faith. क्यों कर रहे हो? Then without remuneration. Without remuneration means हाँ, कोई आपके लिए कोई यज्ञ करता ना, जरूर पैसा दो. I remember temple opening Farmington Hills. Some brahmanas came. They